Hello everybody, this is another Hot Wheels collector video. Today we are looking at the 85 Jeep Cherokee Treasure Hunt from 2023 mainline. This is a really cool car and has some nice facts about it, so without further ado let's get into those. So this exact model here had a very long production run. It was produced between 1984 and 2001, so this is one of the later models of this one. It came in two body styles. You could get it in a 4-door version or a 2-door version. You could also get this in rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. There was no front-wheel drive option available, as with most American cars. Obviously, that 4-wheel drive version was most popular because it was great off-road, and if I was to guess, this one is probably the 4-wheel drive version, as it's quite an off-roader design. So that obviously would make sense, it being a 4-wheel drive car. The standard model of this car, which was kind of, what most people went for, was the 190 horsepower version, which had a 4.0 litre engine, and it was an inline 6 engine. So not all that powerful, but the torque is where the car was really at, and obviously that's what you want in an off-roader car. Obviously these cars would have been popular amongst off-roading communities, but also people who needed them for like farm work and stuff like that. Anyways, really that's the facts on this one. Not a whole lot going on with the facts behind it, as it's still quite a modern car and it doesn't have a whole lot of history, but it is a really cool one, and obviously this is Hot Wheels' take on it. It is modified, so it is not quite standard. Anyways, let's get into the actual review and showcase of this cool treasure hunt car. Alright, so right off the bat, I'm going to say I do have another version of this car. I have the regular version from, I believe, the P case or maybe even Q case of 2022. It was in red and it was very nice looking. This is the treasure hunt variant, as I've already said, so this is in 2023 and they will not be a recolor of this, so this is the only one you're going to be able to get in 2023. Obviously in the years to come maybe it will get recolored, it's most likely, but this is a super nice one, so don't pass up on it if you do see it in stores. Not that you probably would, as this is a treasure hunt and obviously has that rarity and a little bit of value. This one will probably be quite valuable in the future because it is a licensed car, unlike most of them which are unlicensed or tuned cars and that type of stuff. So without further ado, let's start on this car. So first of all, the wheel choice is interesting. We have the off-roading beadlock wheels from 2009. They're done in black. That's what the painted bit is, and these are actually done in a brown plastic to obviously give that look that it's been off-roading. Very interesting. As for the colour of this car, it is a slightly off-white and more of a cream colour, so that's really interesting. We also have wing mirrors on this casting. That is really good to see. Let's talk about the tampo work then, because there's an awful lot going on. Firstly, in the rear we do have the rear lights which have been done, as well as the rear indicator. We also have this nice large red stripe, I suppose, in the back area. There's the treasure hunt logo, if you couldn't already see it. And we also have the Nito sponsor there as well. Both of the door handles are done using black tampo, very nice to see. And we also have the Hot Wheels logo done in black tampo as well as the Jeep logo done in black tampo too. We also have the Beltec sponsor there, also done in black. And then we have the mud studs, which is done in black and red. Very cool. Then we have the off-roading, or I suppose racing, number on the side. This is interesting. It says 1995. Nice little, I suppose, secret, maybe, or cool thing about this car, because this is the 95 Jeep Cherokee. So that's really, I love it when Hot Wheels do that. They do it on most of the cars, to be honest. The number on the side, if they ever put one on, usually has some meaning to the car. And obviously we have some mud splatters up the side, as that's done in brown tampo. You can obviously see that there. And we also have this nice orange stripe here at the front, on the front fender as well. Really cool to see. The base of this car is brown plastic, as you can see, and that is used to create the side skirt of this car, as well as the rear bumper and the front bumper, as well as that bull bar. That's really about it for this car. Let's move on to the front. Alright, so with this being in the package, it's much more difficult to record it and move it around, so I have just cut there to the front. So you can see it's a very, very beefy profile here. You have those big wide arches, really cool. You can see that actual grille section is done in the black interior plastic, obviously, whilst, as I've said, that front bumper section as well as the bull bar is done in that brown base plastic. On the hood then we do have some tampo work. We have 4 orange stripes, 2 being larger ones and 2 being much smaller ones. And we also have 2 hood vents which are created using the interior plastic. That's similar to the front grille section. There is no tampo work for the headlights, but obviously you could add those details yourself using Sharpies, acrylic paint, all that type of stuff. The grille is also not tampoed, unfortunately, but you could add those details yourself, once again, using acrylic paint or Sharpies. That's really the front. Let's move along to the back of the car. Okay, so here is the back of the car. There is no tampo work on the back, but we do have this interesting spare wheel on the back. That is done using the interior black plastic once again, very similar to the grille section of this car. Super nice to see that, and it just adds that extra level of detail and a nice colour contrast and colour break there. That's really it for the rear, not a whole lot going on, but if we do look at the top, I don't have to cut here, you can see there is this lovely roof rack. Interestingly, that is created using the window plastic and not the black interior plastic. That's obviously because they can't do that. They would have to make a separate piece, and that is just something that they can't do. So instead, how they do this is obviously the whole entire of the inside is wrapped with this window plastic, but you can only see the bits that look like windows. The roof would usually be covered in window plastic as well on all Hot Wheels cars. So what they did is they cut some of the metal away so they could put this roof rack on the top of the car. So that's how that's done. You probably already knew, but there you go. We also have these little supports for the roof rack which are holding it on in the actual metal casting itself. You can also see this light bar on the front, which is also in the metal casting itself and is painted in cream, the same as the rest of the car. A final thing is, hopefully you can see there are a few structure lines, or that's what they look like anyway. Never mind, they're not there. I thought I could see them on camera. Never mind, ignore that. That was a bad take from me. But there you go, that's really this car. Now it's time for my review and thoughts, and remember, I will be making a very similar video to this on the regular version of this car, so the red one. That will be coming probably not that soon. I'll probably leave quite a big gap. But anyways, to the review and opinions. Alright, so now for my thoughts and opinions on this casting. I think it's a really, really nice car. Obviously, I already have that main version, so this is a nice comparison. I think I prefer this one, to be honest. And it would probably be nice to get a second one of these, because I would be honestly tempted to open it, but I don't know. That's just a little theory. I'd probably change my mind on that. That might just be a thing that I'm saying, just because I just got this today. You've probably seen the community post I put out about an hour ago on it, and I truly do believe this is one of the nicest off-roading cars Hot Wheels have ever done. The livery on this and like mud splats, I love that. I know some people are a bit I suppose they don't like it, let's just say, when they do the mud splats up the side and the brown wheels, but I think it looks pretty nice. But yeah, that's probably quite a controversial take there, but there you go. That's this car. I'm really, really happy with it, and that leads me to give it a score out of 10. So what am I going to give this car out of 10? Well, it's quite a difficult one, but I'm going to give this a solid 9 out of 10. I think it's a really, really cool one. Nice to see returning as a treasure hunt as well, and I'm sure a lot of you guys will be after this one. It will be more rare than the main lines, because remember, there's only one per case, and I say one per case because sometimes they don't actually have one in every case. Sometimes they've been stolen from the factory, sometimes they just don't get put in every case. So I've said one per case. It probably isn't. It's not every single case. It's supposed to be, but there you go. Anyways, that is it for this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Remember, you can press that notification bell so you do not miss any of my new uploads. Remember, you can also share this video with any friends, family, or in any groups as well who may be interested in this video. But remember, don't feel pressured to do so, as you being here means a lot to me. Anyways, without further ado, that is it for this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye bye everyone.